Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is an educational video which mainly helps medical and paramedical students in writing the histology diagrams. The video contains how to write the diagram and the brief description of it. So for the detailed description, please refer the concerned histology textbooks. So let's not waste the time. Today we'll begin with the epithelium. Come, let's start.
Let's start with a simple squamous epithelium. So, any epithelium we have to draw a basement membrane. Then for the squamous epithelium, the nucleus is very flat and cytoplasm is hardly seen. So, flat cytoplasm we have to draw. It is seen in alveoli of the lungs. The cuboidal epithelium. Cuboid, as the name itself says, the height and width are equal. You have to shade the cytoplasm. And the nucleus is round and centrally placed. It is seen in the follicles of the thyroid gland. The columnar epithelium, the height is twice than the width. The nucleus is in the lower 1/3 and is vertically oval. The simple columnar epithelium is seen in the stomach. The columnar epithelium has some surface modification, and these are the goblet cells which has a wine glass appearance, the wider in the apical part and very narrow in the lower part. So during the preparation, the mucus in the goblet cells will be lost. So it appears empty. So don't shade the cytoplasm of the goblet cells. Simple columnar with goblet cells are found in some parts of the bronchi. And you also have cilia. Cilia are nothing but a hair-like extension from the apical surface of the columnar cells. They will be present in the trachea and also the bronchi. So other surface modifications of the columnar cells are the microvilli. The microvilli are finger-like projections from the apical part of the cell. They mainly increase the surface area for the absorption. There are two types of microvilli. If the striation seen on the apical surface is regular, it is called striated border, seen in the small intestine. If the striation on the apical surface is irregular, then it is called brush border. Remember the old toothbrush, all the brushes are in the irregular shapes. So this is seen in the gallbladder and also the kidney tubules. Now, the next one is pseudostratified columnar epithelium. So, better to first draw the goblet cells, and in between the goblet cells we can write the columnar epithelium which with different heights. So, some cells will be shorter and some cells will be taller, but all the cells, they rest on the basement membrane. That's why the name pseudostratified. Even though they are not stratified, they look stratified because of different in the height of the nucleus. The pseudostratified epithelium with goblet cells and cilia on the apical surface is found in the trachea and also the bigger bronchi, the primary, secondary bronchi. The pseudostratified epithelium with stereocilia. Stereocilia are very tall. They are also another modification of the apical surface, and they are very taller than the cilia, and they are present in the male reproductive system. That's a vas deferens and the epididymis. You have to write the pseudostratified epithelium. The stereocilia are very long, thin extension of the apical part of the cytoplasm. They can be branched also on the apical surface. Now coming to the stratified epithelium. The stratified epithelium is so called because the number of layers on the basement membrane are more. So the name is according to the shape of the topmost layer. So that in the stratified squamous epithelium, the topmost layer are the shaped like squamous cells. So if the topmost layer are squamous and there is no keratin, that is the topmost layer have the nucleus, then it is called stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium. That is, even the topmost layer have the nucleus. So this is seen in esophagus. Make sure the layer, always the basement membrane is the columnar epithelium, then you have a polygonal cells. And don't make any gap between the polygonal cells because they have cell junction, so which makes the cell adherent to one another and work in synchronous manner. So don't leave any gap between the cells. If the topmost layer doesn't contain the nucleus, that is, it contains only looks like pinkish color, then it is called stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. You have to just shade with a pink. This is seen in the skin. So basal layer is vertically oval nucleus. The other, as the cells ascend, the shape becomes flattened. The stratified cuboid epithelium is 2 to 3 layers thick and the topmost layer is cuboidal in shape, usually seen in the ducts of the salivary glands. So the cuboidal epithelium with a round nucleus you have to put. The stratified columnar is also 2 to 3 layers thick. The topmost layer is columnar and has a vertically oval nucleus. This is also seen in the bigger ducts in the salivary glands. Coming to the last one, the transitional epithelium. The transitional epithelium is found in urinary bladder and ureter. It is also some 4 to 5 cell layer thick. The topmost layer, the shape of the cells in the topmost layer differs depending on the function of the organ. That is the bladder. If you imagine a bladder, if it is relaxed, you have a topmost layer is in almost cuboid shape. Even it is called umbrella cells on the topmost layer, Even they can have two nucleus, that the big cells you have when the bladder is relaxed. So when the bladder is distended, it's like a stretching of the epithelium. You have the thickness of the cells also will be 2 to 3 layers, and even the topmost cells are squamous in appearance. So even in the same organ, sometimes the topmost layer looks cuboidal, sometimes the topmost layer looks squamous. That's why it is called transitional epithelium. It's a transition between the cuboidal to squamous epithelium.
How is the video? If you like it, give a thumbs up. If you want me to improve in anything, please write in the comment box. Please share and subscribe to my channel